There's a saying, there's no atheist in a foxhole.
You had a guardian angel.
I did.
Why did you think that?
So many things happened that I just come out okay. Another time we're in a firefight in a village. Again, nobody's hit. Me and this dude named Pavlovich, we go into this hooch searching for Christ knows what. In there is one of these little tables. On it is a bowl. And in the bowl was an undetonated tonk round. Pavlovich moved his fat ass and tipped the bowl. And this thing hit the wood. Didn't explode. Motherfucker. That got my attention. So I go outside. There's no way I'm going back in there. Cook goes back in there, and they used to have on the helmets big black rubber bands, and they would keep bug repellent. Well, Cook.
Holy shit. He put an unexploded round?
Yeah, it was an M79.
Yeah.
So he puts the M79 round in it, and he's walking with this thing on his head. I kept waiting for his head to just...
Holy shit. And he made it.
Oh, fuck, yeah.
That was the hardest part for you coming home.
Was.
How'd you get through it?
I worked hard, buried myself in my work. Everybody that has any degree of PTSD self-medicates. My self-medication was always my work. Coming home was hard. It was a different place than when we left. The guys coming home, throwing shit with signs and names. Nazi, murderer, drug addict, baby killer, don't forget baby killer. It's just soul coming out of your chest. At the time, I knew it bothered me, but I didn't think it bothered me to the extent that it did. Because I got to the point where I had people come up to me and they'd say, hey, weren't you in the Marine Corps in Vietnam? Shawn, I start crying. That's when you fucked up. If you're looking for a war hero, brother, I ain't the guy. I got cut in some barbed wire or something. I cut all my fucking fatigues up. I only had one pair. So the company gun, he sent me back to the rear that day. And he said to get a whole new set of fatigues and to get a haircut and then come on back.
A haircut?
I go to where the fatigues are, and there's these two rear area guys. And I said, I'm here to get some fatigues. And they said, well, you need a chit signed by the colonel. I said, well, where's the colonel? Said, well, he's up in Dong Ha, which is hundreds of miles north. I got to go back to the bush. And I start walking back, and I go through this area where there's the Quonset huts. I open the door up, and I go in, and it's like fucking Candyland in there. I take and open one of the lockers. It's got a brand new set of fatigues in it. Try them on. They fit me. I take mine off, put them on a hanger, hang them in there. I look on one of the mattresses. It's a rubber lady. I take all the air out of it and then put it under my arm, and then with all my new pockets, I start stuffing Marlboros and Winstons in it because those motherfuckers would take all the Marlboros and Winstons. I go back and these guys are saying, where the fuck you get that? I only had it for like 2 days. And then I got one that I'm going away, and the guy says, hey, Parsons, who gets your rubber lady? I said, you guys decide.
Can you describe how you were wounded again?
Yeah, I hit a tripwire. I just remember when that fucking thing went off and I went down on the ground. I said, Jesus Christ, it fucking hurts. I took a hand grenade and threw it. Only it didn't go as far as I thought it was going to go. It landed on the other side of a rice paddy dike, facing away from us. So when it blew away from us. Right? George, the squad leader, scared the shit out of him. He turned around and go, did you just fucking throw that? And I said, yeah, I did. And they go, well, don't throw any more tonight. I said, do I still have to carry him? He says, fucking right, you gotta carry him. He says, just give him to somebody else to throw. And I said to him, suppose we're getting overrun. And he says, then you can throw him. So we start sweeping, and I look, and there's this big fucking snake. I mean, it's swimming right fucking towards me. I'm thinking, surely it's going to go left or right. This thing is coming like it's going to bite me in the balls. So I put my rifle on automatic. And all this water comes flying up and it hits me in the fucking eyes, and I move and I get my eyes clear and I look left, right. Nobody's there. They're all underwater. And just when we go to get water, we can see this kid. He's coming out. He's got like one of these trays in front of him. You know what he's got in there? He had fucking vanilla popsicles. We're just eating one popsicle after another. Pavlovich goes, suppose these are poison. And then Proctor goes, who gives a fuck? I mean, it's crazy shit, you know, that you see in war. I got scared. Then it occurred to me I was going to die there.
That's how I dealt with it, too. I just always assumed I was already dead.
All of a sudden, all hell breaks loose where they are. We get the radio call that they sprung their ambush. VC or MVA come out of a spider hole and threw a Chi-Com at this guy. He picked it up, went to throw it back, and it went off in his hand.
Shit.
We run through this rice paddy. Ever walk through a rice paddy?
No.
A rice paddy is the shittiest thing in the world. world to walk through. This guy is hurt horrifically, not dead. Arm gone, side of his head gone. The squad leader is this guy named Blackwell. He's thrown up, and then he's just standing there in this rice paddy. Huey's coming in, and it's going to land right on him. I run, grab him, push. It misses him and misses me. So the next morning, the sun breaks. Nobody's answering the radios where we are. They're firing a 50 caliber machine gun over our head. 2 NVA soldiers, both with NVA rifles, come running right at us. He turns with his M60 and takes them both out. And they were dancing like dolls. We set up for ambush one night in a graveyard. Vietnamese are buried sitting up. All of a sudden, to the right of us, there was a firefight started. And then there was a firefight on the left of us. You've been shot at many times. You know what it sounds like when a bullet goes by. It's one of the guys in our squad called in artillery. On and on and on. And that must have been for like 15 minutes. And then quiet. Whatever brought the war home, that did. You think about a military hospital. In wartime, you see a lot of fucked up dudes. Boy, seen this young kid. He hit a bouncing Betty. And you know, bouncing Betty is a rocket on the inside of a pressure plate. As soon as you tread on it, rocket's coming up. I mean, you're fucked. Blew his ass off. He was completely paralyzed. He was sandwiched between 2 boards. Device that had an opening for his groin and his tail. We would take turns turning comic book pages for him. Felt so sorry for that guy. It felt like somebody took my pubic hairs and glued them to the bumper of a Chevy and floored it.
I just want to hear directly from you. What is the condom story?
When I was in high school, I had never been with a woman. My buddy Danny Thorne was my total advice on everything I needed to know about women. Most of the stuff totally wrong. He said, when you go down on a woman, move all that hair to the side. You're going to see something that looks like the baby Jesus kiss it. Pauline said that she was ready to plunge ahead. I'd be just the guy that she wanted to do it with. I thought, oh my God. So I bought one condom, pull it out, and I'd look at it, and they'd look at me, wonder what the other one's thinking. The condom saying to me, it's my first time too. I'm hard as a rock. I'm ready to shoot through the roof. So I put the condom on. You know what? I'll just leave it on. I'll be ready. I had went flaccid then. The condom rolled all the way up in my pubic hairs. I reach over and I kiss Pauline. Man, that thing was like a switchblade. It didn't unwrap the way it wrapped up, didn't let him go. It hung on to every one. It felt like somebody took my pubic hairs and glued them to the bumper of a Chevy and floored it.
Oh my God.
It got blinding. The seasoned spy would have talked. I went right to the floor. They had this little bathroom. I could crawl and get into there. It won't come off. My penis is like, and I'm saying, Hail Marys, our fathers, thinking of Mother Superior, the gnarliest woman I ever seen. She knocks on the door. Is everything okay? I'll be right out. Don't worry. I'll be out in a minute. Pulled myself together. Went outside. She's long gone. She left. My buddy Danny, how did you fuck this up? It was a sure thing.
Poor Pauline. She missed out.
I'm hoping someday she says, that's what happened.